Just after the millennium, a new South African wine competition was conceived. Its focus was solely on excellence. Its benchmarks, the world's finest wines. Its objectives to discover Cape wines which met these most rigorous criteria. To achieve this, a new and largely infallible judging methodology was designed. Its guidelines were simple enough. Professionally trained judges working in 3-person panels with at least one of the panel members an international specialist, mandated to bring a different and broader aesthetic to the show's judgments. Panelists would seek to arrive at consensus-driven scores, with a show chairman available to resolve differences. Over the years, this model has contributed to the transformation of the South African wine industry. Judges from abroad have taken the message of Cape wine to the fine wine markets of the world. The Trophy Wine Show is now the longest-running wine competition in South Africa, which rates and ranks every entry, awarding gold, silver and bronze medals and trophies to only the best-in-class gold medalists. As headline sponsor of the Trophy Wine Show, Investec celebrates the show's pursuit of excellence.
The question that comes to mind is the industry really making progress, or are we talking it up in the face of declining consumption worldwide? And I think that the most exciting thing about the lineup is firstly how strong the red wines have become. And over the last 10 or 15 years, we've seen slow, steady progress. A lot of that has to do with managing virus condition in the vineyards, and we just have much healthier vineyards, and it's crucial for the quality of red wine. And so we've seen really strong red wine classes. I had no idea whether our winning red was going to be a Shiraz or a Pinotage or a Cabernet or a Bordeaux blend or another red blend. They were just all very equal, and it's really exciting to see the progress that the industry is making as a result of just better vines, better viticulture.
With wine markets everywhere in crisis, it is now more important than ever to focus on what is required to enhance quality and improve our international competitiveness. By listening to what this year's international panelists had to say about the wines they judged, we both celebrate our most successful producers and we discover a way to build upon these achievements.
The Cap Classique is a category very dear to my heart. It's one of the few sparkling wines that my mother likes. So you can understand why. I said to her, why do you like it? She's an 88-year-old Chinese lady. She said, I like it because it's not sour like champagne, but it's got nice bubbles. So I agree with her. It's got this beautiful rounded acidity that's refreshing but never aggressive. And you have this lovely texture. I think it's very good that they've made the time on lees longer. I'd love to see them to push it up to 15 months. I think there'd be a lot of pushback. But if you're going to have a category like this, make it meaningful, make it stand out. You know, Franciacorta went for 18 months. Go for that. You're surpassing champagne, and that's a great sales point.
The Pinotage class was a very interesting one. I have never tasted so many Pinotages in one go. In fact, I think I tasted more Pinotages than I've ever tasted before. So it was a very interesting class, which I was very pleased to judge. There are several different styles, of course. The more sort of Pinot Noir-esque style, where producers are trying to bring out the aromatic character, the fruit and the vibrancy without overpowering it with oak. And then you've got the more structured, full-bodied styles, more concentrated styles, which they are putting into oak. But if the producer is getting it right, both styles are equally interesting.
Judging the Chardonnay category, which was a large one, was actually just a joy, because there were very few, maybe 1 or 2 wines that were probably not up to scratch, but most of the wines were very drinkable, and there were a few wines that were like really world-class wines, with that were actually showing. I was expecting the real stellar wines to be the warmer climate expressions, but it was actually the cooler climate expressions, the more elegant, finessed, very subtle. I mean, I love the subtlety of the wines. the well-knit use of oak really in the background, really just supporting beautiful texture, lots of nuance and ageability as well. So I thought the Chardonnay category was really strong, and there's a bright future there, particularly because there's a lot of growing global demand for great Chardonnay now.
In the 23 years since the inception of the Trophy Wine Show, the judges have reviewed a little over 21,000 wines. From this number, a mere 405 have won trophies. There have been fewer than 700 gold medal winners and 2,252 silver medals. Roughly half the wines entered have won no medal at all, reinforcing the message that a medal, any medal at the Trophy Wine Show, brought to you by Investec, is a real achievement.